And we start in the Western Cape, where thousands of Cape Tonians are once again left stranded this morning as taxi violence continues. This is as taxi associations try to find amicable solutions to their Mbekweni-Bellville route dispute. The police have so far made 12 arrests, while Western Cape Premier Alan Winde is calling for the army. Newzroom Africa's Nasiphi is watching this story for us, joins us now live from the mother city itself. And Nasiphi, I wonder what police have had to say to the developments we've seen in the past couple of days.
Well, we have the police commissioner in the Western Cape to give us an update regarding that, and I'll be linking to him soon. But yesterday, Western Cape authorities, which is the Premier, the MEC of Transport, the MEC of Safety and Security, held a digicon to give, Cape Tonians an update regarding the unrest and the violence that we've seen playing out in the taxi ranks, where commuters, including drivers, in the past 2 weeks have lost their lives, caught in the crossfire. Just over 20 people died in the past 2 weeks, and just over 80 people in the past 7 months have lost their lives due to taxi violence, and that is because of the Mbekweni route to and from Bellville. And those associations involved there is the Kata and Kodeta, where we currently understand is that they are deadlocked in meetings to try and find an amicable solution moving forward. But should they not, the Minister of Transport, including the MEC, have said that they will be using their powers. But I am joined here by the Provincial Commissioner in the Western Cape to talk to us about the deployments and also some arrests regarding the taxi violence.
Thank you, Nasiphi. We have, since the last week up to now, 12 people that were arrested, and we recovered 14 firearms. These people that we're talking about from between the two taxis, Kodeta and Kata. But these, we charge them with possession of a licensed firearm, but we've taken now for ballistics test to link, if we can link them with the murders that have happened in the past 2 weeks. We've now got the deployments in the hotspot areas, a multidisciplinary approach with all the forces on the ground. That includes the SANDF, the city, metropolis, law enforcement, traffics, provincial traffic, city traffics, and all other law enforcement. Also, at this stage, also the community patrollers, they are also assisting us on the other places where they come and call us that something is happening. But I must say it's been quite quiet since yesterday. The only shooting that we had was that one in Atlantis in the morning yesterday, where a taxi owner was shot.
Taxi violence is nothing new, particularly to Cape Town and I'm sure other parts of South Africa. Do you understand that there is a designated team of detectives in the Western Cape to investigate these killings and shootings linked to taxi violence? How far along is the process, or rather, how is the team doing in terms of arresting and having successful prosecutions for those people responsible for those shootings? I mean, the shootings date back to 2018.
Look, there are cases in court, that the number of cases that have been linked to some of the taxi shooting. But however, also the new ones that now, the most recent sporadic shootings, we have not had any linkages at this. Must remember, it takes time to investigate, to link the possible suspects to this. But we are making progress. The team we're beefing it up. We're getting more, seeing that it's getting to other stations as well outside the city. So we're trying to beef up that team so that we can attend to these incidents, and we want to get to the bottom, the big guns that are behind these shootings.
You speak about a multidisciplinary approach when dealing with taxi violence. You speak of the SANDF. We do understand that a number of police officials were deployed to malls just ahead, or rather in anticipation of looting. Do we know how many boots on the ground you have from SAPS and, some of the hotspot areas that you mentioned?
Look, we got adequate. Without going to specific numbers, but we got adequate to respond. But what we also request is that the community should phone if they see anything or they've been threatened. They use our toll-free number 08600 1011. We want to respond. Our intention is to When we get that report, we respond promptly so that we can effect the arrest quickly.
Thank you so much. That is General Patekile, the Commissioner in the Western Cape, giving us an update regarding the taxi violence, deployment of police, and also encouraging residents, including bus drivers that do receive intimidations, that they do make that call to SAPS, and they will obviously be responding. But just going back to the DigiCon of yesterday, I mean, strong words were used by the Premier, including the MEC of Safety and Security yesterday, saying that these thugs need to be arrested, and obviously saying that the lives of commuters should not be in the middle of Kata and Kodeta while they're fighting over the lucrative taxi route, which is to Mbekweni and between Mbekweni and Bellville rather. But we do know that the various officials in the Western Cape will be engaging with commuters at 9 o'clock at a taxi rank here in Cape Town to try and also see how severe the situation really is on the ground, and possibly we might just get an update from officials as to what interventions they will be doing and whether or not a resolution is in sight between the two associations, which is Kata and Kodeta.
Nasiphi, thanks very much indeed for that update. She's live to us there from Cape Town in the Western Cape.